Hello Pioneers, in the last episode of our Satisfactory series, we rebuilt our factory using a modular design, producing advanced products like stators and encased industrial beams. This episode, we finish off the new factory by setting up a shopping mall and organizing special buildings. While waiting for phase 2 of our space platform, we tackle cleanup, decommission the old base, and increase our power output. Let's get to it. With most of our main products ready to go in our brand new factory, we need to think about how we're going to store the excess because we need to create ourselves a shopping hub again. So let's start off this episode by looking at the next level with the space elevator because everything's going to be centered around a space elevator, right? So I'm thinking we isolate the space elevator components from the rest of the factory since they're only going to be used by the space elevator. Let me think about how we're going to do this. Since all of our assemblers are creating their assembler components on this level, it makes sense to do the space elevator components on this level. We've got 3 sections and there's 3 components. So I guess we'll just start from the left all the way to the right. And then we can build the space elevator maybe like just directly above us. Does that sound like a good idea? All right. So obviously everything in a space elevator goes into an assembler. So let's start off with an assembler blueprint. Now I believe this is how I normally build my assembler blueprints to line up with the rest of my factory. Is that the input? Yep, input, and outputs here. Fair enough. Looks good to me. Now, 2 assemblers for each component is probably more than enough, honestly. I'm going to just drop the other 2 over here. Oh, we'll do it next to each other. It doesn't really matter, does it? This is our standard assembling pattern. Got 2 sets of assemblers here, and then we'll do another 2 over here. All right, let's set our recipes. So we want to make smart plating, and then we want to make our new ingredients over here, which is the versatile framework, and finally the automated wiring. Now let's start piping the inputs and outputs in. So I need another level and another roof. So let's go up again. Our factory is getting very, very tall. Now, given we know this is going to be the roof level, I'm thinking we just build the roof without walls, right? Something like this. And here we go. We're just going to go all the way across. I assume look, I'm making the assumption that space elevator components are just going to get more and more complex over time. And we're going to need all these 3 sections of the factory to craft it all. So we're just going to build out to the entire roof section while we're here. Got an achievement, build 5,000 foundations. Have I really done that? That sounds like a lot. All right, fantastic. We've got our roof. Now we know where roughly the space elevator is going to go if we want to center it. It doesn't really matter if we center it or not, to be honest, because I'm sure our factory design is still going to change, but I'm just going to mark this section over here. This is where the edge of a wall goes, I believe. Yeah. So now we can look at hooking up the componentry for our space elevator. So for our smart plating, we need the reinforced iron plates and the rotor. Now each one of these machines requires 2 per minute for rotor and 2 per minute for reinforced iron plates. So if we have 2 of these machines, we can build 4 per minute of the rotor and the reinforced iron plate. And my notation over here, if you didn't remember from last episode, it shows the production under the P. So we're producing 33.75. And remaining that's unused is 27.75. So we've got plenty to use for the smart plating. Well, what we do need to do is actually split this out properly. Because at the moment, our smart plating is just going directly into here. This is actually a splitter though. So I can just take it through here and then out here if I really wanted to. Or I could make a separate splitter for this. A separate splitter seems like the wise idea. Let's try it. See how it looks and we'll decide. We can do a splitter there and a splitter there. Then we can hook this into this splitter and then this can go into this splitter. But this one doesn't like this shape. Now, I suppose we can just use this splitter, but it's a bit awkward. Let's just move it back a bit then. I don't like any of these designs. Let me think of something better. Why don't we split it first? Like this. Then part of it can go out and the other part can go up. So we can do something like this. I mean, it clips there a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It's not horrible amounts of clipping. Gotta do a little bit clipping when your builds get a little bit complicated, unfortunately. Alright, let's get the reinforced iron plate back into making the rotors. No, this is for the modular frames. And then we can get the other reinforced iron plate out here somewhere. Now this lane is being used, so we'll do another lane over here, I guess. We can put it like here. Now since it's on the second level, we might as well keep it all on the second level. Just want to check if what of the 6 components are actually being used, so I can route everything more efficiently rather than routing each component separately. So I need rotors and reinforced iron plate here. Do we need modular? We do need modular frames right next door, so we might as well route the modular frames next to it. In which case we can just use a triple hole wall. That way we can route this stuff out into one of them, and then we can route the rotors that are coming out through here into one of them. So all 3 are coming out there, and then we can bring them all up together. I think that's a good idea. So let's get that one there. We'll get, this is the modular frames. We'll get that there, but we don't want to use up all the spacing, so we'll do it the opposite way. Oh, it won't let me do it the opposite way, you silly. I want to position this a little bit better, just to give it a little bit of space, because I know the rotors are about to come out here. So the rotors are here, I believe, and we can get that through here. I'm just going to put in a... Oh, we'll start with a singular hole. I don't know. It's very hard to decide whether I want to do things future-proofed or not, but it's alright. Let's just do the rotors. So I'm producing 10 and I'm using 4. Then my remaining is 6.8. And over here, if I've got 27 remaining and I'm using another 4, I'm down to 23, which is still plenty. But we've got our rotors here now. Let's get our rotors into here, and that works out perfectly fine. All these belts are nice and next to each other and lined up. That's beautiful. Now we need some scaffolding to bring that up a level. So it's the triple hole is coming out somewhere. Right there. It's a bit hard to see from here. So if the triple hole's coming out here, then we would kind of want to just go directly upward. So it's this one, I believe. And now we just need to, well, we'll do the scaffolding somewhere else. Somewhere that makes it a little bit easier to work with. Which is here, I believe. Alright, let's get those components up. I believe it's here. 2 and 3. Fantastic. So we've got our reinforced iron plate, modular frames, and our rotors. So we want one of our components to go into this far one, and we probably want to do it the other way around, like so. And then this is a little bit awkward, but we basically want this one to go to this one. So we can do something like this. Nope, doesn't like that. Like that, and then there's still room here to come out. If I don't want it to clip, I need it to get into there. But if I don't want it to clip, I need it to go down and then up. Otherwise, I can just get it to clip a little bit, which is kind of fine. I don't really mind it intersecting here. That's fine by me. Otherwise, I'd have to go down and up. I don't know if I have enough room to turn there. So that gets the modular frame in. Now I also need the steel beam. And if I want to make 2 versatile framework, this is 5 per minute. And this was making out what? 2 per minute. We can make a lot of versatile framework, but that's going to take up all our steel beam. Each one takes 30. Let's go check our steel beam to see how much we even have remaining. Now, I believe currently the only thing our steel beams is doing is producing these encased beams. And I've only got 1 running, and it's doing it at 9 per minute, I believe. Yeah, I've clocked them down to 50%. So each one is taking 9 per minute, which is 18. So just remember 18, and we will go put that into our notes over there. We should really be vigilant with our notes so that they're always updated and we know how much surplus or deficit we have in each item that we're producing. So if we got 52.5 minus the 18 that we're using, we've got 34.5 left. Now that is certainly not enough to support, well, it is enough to support 1 machine, but then I'll be only having an excess of 4.5 steel beam per minute remaining out of that. And that's not really enough to do stuff for building. So either I will need to extend the steel frame production, or maybe for now, let's just halve it so that we have plenty of steel beam coming out and we can upscale it a little bit later. So if we halve it, then we're only using 1.25 modular frame and 15 steel beam. Let's go note that down and bring the steel beam up. So we should have 19 left. And 19 per minute is a pretty good number. I think we need something like 19 per minute to get the volume of steel beam required to actually build. So I think I'll leave it at that. The second question is, how am I going to get this steel beam out? So at the moment, the steel beam is coming out over here, and then it's coming through here, and it's going over here. And I need to split the steel beam out somewhere to get it to go upwards. Now let's look for a free spot. Let me just check where I want it to go. So there's the triple. I kind of want it to go over here somewhere, like up there somewhere. Let me go figure that part out, and then we can figure out where we want to split the steel beam. So pretty much we want it here, right next door. And then we want it to go down. Is this a clear path though? Let's check. Seems pretty clear. What is this thing that's got a hole in the wall but nothing coming out of it? Let's just double check what this is. Well, I'm not sure what this was supposed to be. Ah, this used to be for screws, but it's not currently being used. So we can use this top one then. I believe that lines up. Yeah, that lines up. So if we get the steel beams coming out through here and up out of this hole, then we're sweet. But this is not actually the right level. So let me just get rid of this hole. We actually want it on this level, and this is also a free spot. So let's go down there and grab the steel beams from here. It is a little bit hard to grab out of here. Is this a ladder? It is a ladder. Nice. So the steel beams are currently coming out here this way, and we need it to go out this hole. So how can we achieve that cleanly? We can achieve it in a very dirty way, a very easy but dirty way. I can't think of a cleaner way to do this, so I'm just going to do it the dirtiest way, which is just to split it through these other belts. I mean, really, we can bring these other belts down and under this split if we wanted to, but this works for me for now. So let's get the steel beam that's being split all the way up. And that is 2 components down, and we should be getting versatile framework out now, which would be fantastic. Now we just got to work on the automated wiring. So there's our steel beam. It doesn't look like it's throughputting at the correct rate, but I'm okay with that. We'll figure that out later. Right now, I just want it in. All right, let's get these first 2 powered up and running and seeing what that looks like. So we need some power here, and we need some power here somewhere. I haven't set up the power on this floor, so let me just quickly set that up. Well, I'm going to run the power there, and that should be able to run directly downward somewhere. There we go. There we go. Now we got power. Now our smart plating machine is up and running, and it's making smart plating. And for the first time, we are now making versatile framework. This one shouldn't be running. Let's just turn it off. I don't want to delete the machines because then I have to rebuild it. I think I'd rather just turn it off. Now, this thing can work on the steel beams whenever they're available, but we are indeed making our versatile framework, I believe. There we go. It's constructing. It's making 2.5 per minute, so it's not fast by any stretch of the imagination, but it is making it. Next, we got to do our automated wiring, which is going to take 50 cable per minute and 2.5 strata. Okay. Let's see how we can do that. I keep saying strata. It's stator. So we're producing 10 stator, of which we want to use 2.5. So we should be able to have another 7.5 left. But don't let that number fool you, because we're soon going to need to make motors. So that's going to disappear real quick. But there's our stator here, and we want it to go over there somewhere. So let me figure out where the input output goes. I might make a way to get up to the factory for now, temporarily, because I can't get up there right now. Don't worry, we'll do all the factory like ladders and stuff at some point. Just right now, I'm just trying to get everything online. I'd like my stuff to be producing while I work out those aesthetic features. So this is where I'd like my 2 elements to go, cables and stator. So if I want my stator to go there, and the stator is being produced on this level, then we want the stator to come in here somewhere. Let me get my scaffolding out again. This level is kind of taken, so we might need to use this section. Close enough is good enough. So the stator can come out here, except it usually travels on the 2nd level, but the 2nd level is currently taken, so it's going to have to go up a bit. Okay, so it's going to have to come through this wall. Alright, this is the stator. We're going to bring that to the wall. Then we're going to bring it over and up. So we can bring it over all the way up to around here. And give it a little bit of room to curve upwards. We'll do that. Then we'll get it to go up like that. That's one object down. And then we got to figure out where the cables are coming from. The cables are coming from here somewhere. Let me figure out which one makes cable. It's over here. We're producing 60. I think we needed 50 of those, which actually works out nicely for us. So let's get the cable coming out somewhere. That top level is taken, but I guess we'll just get it going through here. That's the easiest way. I can't keep wasting time trying to get everything not to clip, like as much as I'd like to, but it's going to take forever to design the factory in that way. So we're going to go for function over form at this point. So yeah, it's going to clip like that, but so be it. As long as cables are coming out of here, right? I think we were using the wrong hole. Do something like that. And that's all magically lined up, right? So we got that one and that one. So we just need to bring it up just like that. Should bring up the two materials I need. And then we just need to hook in the machine. Just double check. Yep, we're getting cables. We're getting stator. And we needed 50. So we can definitely only support one of these two machines. So let's just turn this one off entirely. And then we'll get it in. One like that and one like that. And we should be happy. Gotta get the power now. And just like that, we are producing our first automated wiring. Fantastic. All right. Now with these components, we need to still get them out and upwards to the actual space elevator. So that means I'm going to go to my old base and dismantle the space elevator. All right. Goodbye, old space elevator. Let's go build a new one on the roof over there. Given how infrequently we access the space elevator, I actually completely don't mind it being on the roof. Because it's like, if we need to come up here and interact with it, we can. But I don't even think, like, how often do we really come and interact with the space elevator? Now we want the holes to be on this side and that side, which is good. And we just need to now kind of center it. Not really center it, but just make sure it's not overhanging anywhere. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Do it from this tile edge. Fantastic. Now we just need to bring the materials to the roof and then belt it into this space elevator and we're done. To do the whole animation again, we don't need to watch the space elevator animation for like the 10th time. Let's just get all these outputs out. This one, yep, there's a free spot right here. So let's build our walls. Need a wall, need another wall here. This second output for the space elevator is along here. So let's build the same thing. And then one more over here. Now this area's output is currently being used, so we can go that way or we can go, no, this one's being used. We can do a double over here then. All right, we've got the holes. Let's get the belts. Why does it do that? Why doesn't it like that? All right, whatever. If it wants to do that, it can do that. There's two of the space elevator components out. And here is the third one. Now we just need to build the elevator up. I'm going to use some scaffolding to help. We basically just need a wall like right here on ground level. We can build our lift. Get rid of some of this scaffolding now. And we want to do the same thing on this side. Just go up and build our lifts. Love how it doesn't tell me if that's connected or not. I think that looks alright. Nope, that one's not connected, is it? That's still not right. Oh man. Let's do it the other way around. Alright, let's head up and see if all those components are coming up. We can get rid of this marker wall now. Yep, we've got all the stuff coming up, I can see. We just got to get them into the space elevator now. Get one there. Get one here. And the last one can clip through the space elevator. Sure. Why doesn't it like this? Somehow these lifts are built incorrectly, aren't they? Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? There we go. That's the third belt in. Now we just need to get the lift in. And we're done. I can see on the top right corner where it shows the objective that my versatile framework is 26 out of 1,000. So it's definitely somewhat being created. I don't see any automated wiring at all. So let's go figure out why that's the case. I see it here. It's just not going through the lift. And there it goes. We just wait for it for a second. There we go. We're getting automated wiring. We're getting versatile framework. It's only a matter of time before phase 2 objective is complete. All right. Our next set of actions is basically going to be building the shopping mall, because we can't just have all of the components being grabbed from our old decommissioned base. We need to start thinking about where we're going to do that. Now, it makes sense that if all of this stuff is back here somewhere, we can just push it out to a line of storage crates along here, right? That's not an issue, but I feel like we want to segregate our factory a little. And if this is the back of our factory, let's follow the same design pattern as over here and build ourselves a little road. I want roads to separate all the buildings in my factories, and I feel like one day they might be coming in handy if we want to use tractors or whatever. I'm not sure if tractors are going to be the main mode of transportation, but even if they're not, I feel like these roads look kind of nice and I like them, so I'm going to build them. Oh, I can't even see this stupid tree. I'm going to have to do some lumberjacking. Get rid of some of these trees while I'm here. All right, so this is a tile, this is a tile. So let's turn our road this way now. Is that right? Is there a gap? No, like that. I realize my things on the road on this side aren't aligned perfectly. Oh man, that's annoying. I should really fix my blueprint before I build too much road. It is, isn't it? It's like aligned by one tile, whereas this one is actually on the edge. Oh god. That's all right. Luckily, I haven't used this blueprint too much yet. That would have been an annoying find. All right, let me go fix that blueprint. I'll be right back. All right, let's fix the alignment of the road barrier. So I'm going to save the blueprint again. Lucky they made overwriting blueprints like really easy in this game, so it's no biggie. All right, let's keep building the road all the way across. Nothing here should intersect the road because this is the floor of my factory. Yes, we've got a billion conveyors running up the side of my factory. I kind of like them. They look kind of cool. Okay, blueprint mode seems to tile this pretty well, so it shouldn't be too difficult to build this. I've reached this end, and this end is a little bit annoying because our concrete container is here and don't want our concrete container to be here anymore. But moving the concrete container is a different story. I need to temporarily put a container somewhere to store my stuff. And I've already got a temporary container storing my stuff. All right, I might need to build myself an industrial container and then just temporarily store this concrete like in here for now. I'm gonna dump my inventory. Get rid of the easy container first. Dump the rest of the inventory in here. And then we can start dumping the concrete. Alright, we're gonna like disconnect it first. If I just dismantle it, it should drop a box or give me all the concrete. Oh wow, I can fit a whole storage container worth of concrete in me now. Amazing. Alright, let's put away all the concrete. And we'll bring back, well, we need some concrete, but we'll get it from here. We basically want to take all of this stuff before we lose it. Should have sorted my inventory before I started this little adventure, but too late now. All right, now we can dismantle the rest of this area. I'm surprised it doesn't replace foundation with different foundation. It just like builds over existing foundation, which is kind of dumb. But yeah, I like this idea of segregating my factory with roads. I think it both looks cool and is pretty functional. I really need to get rid of this outer tile. You can get rid of this ramp now that we're not using. And we can keep getting the road to go out this way. Now, who knows if this road is a good idea or a bad idea, but even if we don't use it as a road, we can use it as a divider for our factory. All right, now we just need to fill in the side of the road. And then we can start our new area for the hub. Let's build some foundations for where our shopping mall is going to start and go. So if this is the edge of my factory over here, it's this tile. So I want my floor somewhere here. Is it this tile? Yep. So we don't need to nudge it out this way. I believe it's like that. That's the edge. Yep. Basically where I want my thing to start. All right, I'm going to fill the rest of this in. Should be pretty easy using blueprint mode now. They should just tile nicely. I don't need this power line anymore. We can connect this into the main power system. Factory is looking fantastic. Oh, we're out of steel plate again. Let me go re-up my materials. We are burning through a lot of stuff building these roads and things. But check this out. It looks great. I love it. Wait, what is this light? It's white. Oh, it's white means it's overclocked. Got panicked because I've never seen a white light before. All right, let's grab more plates. We're running out of plates, which is good, I guess. So it's like less stuff we need to move later. And let's start building our containers. All right, there's pretty much our entire factory floor. And this is the end of our main iron, copper, concrete, and miscellaneous factories. So let's now figure out how we can get things out of this factory and into a storage system here. So we can do it cleanly by going underground, but going underground involves getting things like through many tiles. So I probably won't do that. We'll probably just utilize the second level to bring stuff out. Let me think about how I can do that cleanly. So the way I like to do things when I don't really have a pattern in mind is let's just try with one and see what that looks like. Let's go with iron plates, for example. Now this is all overclocked properly, right? So we're actually producing 180. We haven't written down what we're using it for. So while I'm doing this storage thing, I might actually clean up the usage numbers. So I believe iron plate is only being used for this, and that's using 18.75. That's a weird number, and there's 6 of them. 112.5. Wow, that's using a lot of the iron plate. All right, so we've got 67.5 plates available. Now, I'm thinking I can't split this into storage, because if I split it, then it'll always half prioritize the storage and half prioritize usage. I always have to take the item out from the end of the belt. So if iron plates are being used over here, it's coming in here, I believe from here, and it's going up and loop-de-loop around through here, and then now it's got nowhere else to go after this, but there it is, and this needs to come down. Now, if our factory is built to be extendable into the future, I can't just pull the iron plate out here. I need to bring it back around to somewhere. So ignoring that stairwell that I built, because that stairwell is probably going to have to change, let's bring the iron plate out from the end of wherever it's coming from. So like here, and then let's bring it out over here somewhere. So assuming we can bring like 10 more resources and add 10 more conveyor belts along here somewhere, we should be able to bring out all our materials that we need. Let's try it. Wow, I can't even get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the halfway point. Let's build some helping things. Conveyor poles. 1, 2 gets it to the second level, and theoretically 2 more gets it to the third level. Is that how it works? Okay, so now we're getting the excess iron plate out of here. Whenever it gets to the end and manages to go through, then we need to bring it down. Now, where we need to bring it down is another interesting question. So let's line things up. If the iron plate is here, then it makes sense there is a storage container here somewhere. Let me put some railings up to segregate this so I know. This is part of the path. This is part of the path. So it kind of starts here. And this is where our shopping mall starts. So let's build ourselves a storage. Now, it doesn't matter if I use industrial storage or regular storage. I'm still feeling like I don't need that many of these construction materials. So I'm going to go with regular storage. I'm just going to hologram it to see how much room I need. Probably like about this much room. Then I can build a conveyor lift up a 1 floor. So we basically wanted to do something like this. 1, 2, 3. And if I put a hole there, because I don't want the lift to just come down and then have a belt coming across here. That would be silly, right? It'll just come across my road, and then good luck to my cars or whatever that need to actually go there. So that is lined up to that hole nicely. No, it's not. Now it's lined up to that hole nicely. Good. That means I've got it at the right level. What I need is... Why is there a random foundation in the middle of the world? What I really need is a foundation to come across here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Build our scaffolding so we know what the hell's going on. And then here is where it comes down. Now it comes down from somewhere up there, which I can't see because of my stupid upstairs, but I can go up and pull it down. It's here, so I'm going to pull it down to where it needs to be. Oh, I'm out of steel beam. That was the last of my steel beam too. Oh crap, I don't have any more steel beam. All right, I'm going to have to store this using a Mark II lift. For now, we'll upgrade things later when we get steel actually in surplus and storing properly again. Oh, that means I can't build any more Mark III things. No. But luckily, my factory is pretty much finished. I can just use Mark II lifts for everything from now on. So we want it to be here, and then we want a belt to go here to here, essentially. And we don't need this, we just need it to do its thing. And that will be like a conveyor lift to store the excess. Let's just test to see that works. And then we can remove all this excess scaffolding, and we pretty much know what we're doing now. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. It'll create this like little bridge all the way out. All right. This is basically the concept. So you've seen it now. Now it's storing our iron plates here. Fantastic. I'm going to go over to my old base and get rid of one of the iron plate boxes before this one fills up. And pretty much I'm just going to do that for every single one of my materials. And by the end of it, I should have an entire storage hub set up. So I'm going to do that slowly. You guys don't need to see it because it seems pretty boring, but I'll talk about any interesting challenges that I face if any come up. But basically, as I do it, I'm just going to come to my old base and I'm going to take all this stuff. I need to empty my inventory a little bit and then do that. All right, we'll be back when that's all done. All right, here's our second material done, which is the iron rods. We're just grabbing it from out here and it's being stored in here now. Now we go to our next material, reinforced iron plates. Fun. And here's our third item, the reinforced iron plates. We changed the design a little where we were doing the single wall hole. We're doing a triple wall hole because I feel like I need to conserve as much space as I can to bring down these lifts, because we're going to need a lot more lifts and we're running out of vertical lanes, if you will, to bring them down. So out of everything I thought I need to conserve, conveyor lift space was never on my mind. We're just going to go over there and bring over all our reinforced iron plates. And while we're doing all this, we're slowly dismantling our old factory. Well, did that fit everything? I don't think that fit everything. There's still a few more to go. I should have dumped my inventory before I went, but it's all right. I want to fill these storage boxes. Otherwise, all this stuff is going to have nowhere to go but the sink. I mean, going into the sink is not a bad thing, but I'd like to just fill the storage boxes where I can. Here's our next item stored, the modular frame. So we can chuck all our old modular frames into this box now, and that should be coming out from down this lift. Look how many lifts we have now. It looks kind of cool. I kind of like it. It'll look a lot better once I got glass and everything filled in properly. Here's our next item, the rotor coming out over here. A little bit of clipping occurring. We can go fix that later once I have to go up there and manually do the belt, but that's fine. Get the rotors in there and we'll go grab our old rotors from our old factory. Got a little 3-for-1 here. So we've got steel beams, steel pipes, and the new encased concrete coming out of the same spot. So we've got 3 of them coming down here across here, stored into these 3 boxes, which is fantastic. I'm going to need all those steel beams to make Mark III stuff again. So I'm going to go grab those things from the old base and bring it back. I'm going to get rid of some of these old storage containers. I was just using them for alignment. Next item out is copper cable. So we can store it in here and I'll go grab the rest of the copper cable. All right, our next item is copper wire. It's done. We brought it down from all the way up the top and it's coming out into storage. Our next item is kind of difficult because we haven't actually set it up, I realized. It's the copper sheets. So we kind of set up the factory bit, but we never actually hooked up the inputs or anything to build it because it's kind of like, you know, not that useful. So before, our copper sheets were being made over here on the second floor with the assemblers, but then we moved it to the third floor because we didn't need to make too many of them and we realized we needed like double the amount of copper wire. So in fact, they're supposed to be being made here. So let's change that recipe to copper sheet and we'll set up the actual copper sheets and then we'll bring them into storage. So to make copper sheets, we actually need ingots to go into here and not copper wire. Then we have to dismantle all these lifts and rebuild them. Oh man, I have to dismantle this whole section then. I might as well dismantle this whole blueprint then. Let's build a brand new blueprint, right? Wouldn't that be easier than building the different sections? Trying to figure out which one's input and output. I think it's like this. I've got to figure out the alignment again. And I think it's like this. And we should be sweet. Now we can set the recipe to copper sheet. And we'll copy that. we need the copper sheets for pipes and stuff. So we do need to store it and make it. We can't just ignore it. So we need to bring up ingots because these are directly made out of ingot. So we need to figure out where we can do that from. So here's all the ingots. At the moment, these 270 are being brought up and out directly here to make wire. And I think all of it is being used. But these 4 are not being used at all. And we can extend it if we need more. But I don't think we actually need more than 4. So let's get them out. Is this a free pass? If this is a free pass, then it should be quite easy to do. Now, given everything is super rare in terms of space to get things in and out, I'm not going to use these single wall holes anymore. And I should have been doing this. It would have made my life so much easier. It's just been using triple wall holes everywhere. That way it doesn't take an entire lane. Like each vertical lane is actually 3 conveyor lift lanes. And I've been using them all as singular lanes. I mean, I can change that. It's not hard to like change the holes. But yeah. So it's going to go up. It's not going to go up this level. It's going to go up this level. So then we can use one of the lanes to get the material out. And I do need some steel for this because this does need to probably be Mark III one day. And let's hope this, yeah, we've got plenty of steel to use now. Fantastic. Not plenty. So I shouldn't say plenty. I should say we have some steel to use, which is better than none. But these copper ingots from here that aren't being used at the moment need to start being used. And we'll just use this hole, I guess. Then we can bring it up. And of course, it's not going to give me the alignment click. Gonna have to guess for now, I guess. And then we'll just go up, sort it out. Not building stairwells and being able to traverse my own factory vertically is becoming a real big pain now. Alright, not only did I finish setting up the new copper sheet thing, I've also put it into storage now. So we'll go grab the copper sheets from our old base and fix all that up. Actually, just checking our old base, that's pretty much it. These 3 storage containers are actually empty, so we have gotten everything from our old base into the hub now, into our new hub. So we're pretty much done in terms of storing the old material. I don't want to manually go and store any of the new material yet. And the reason for that is because I don't actually know what of the new material is actually used in milestone 5. So I don't want to go ahead and like just start storing stators and they're not actually used anywhere. And it's just a waste of time and energy to store them. So we're going to leave it at that and start just decommissioning our old base now and moving all the other functionality into the new base. Got to get some of these heights correct because I feel like not everything is straight at the moment. But yeah, I'll fix all that up and do all the cleanup now. But first we must put our copper sheets in here. And we can now, yeah, we pretty much got all the old functionality except concrete. That's an interesting one because concrete is coming out here and it's being split to come out. So I guess we'll just keep letting it do that because concrete is a vital material. So we need to make sure it's not just only being used to make encased concrete, but it's actually being stored properly. So let's get that going up. You can watch me do this since it's the last thing. I believe that's lined up. Ignore this double crate over here because there was just too many copper pipes. So I needed to store it up there for now. But that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should line up perfectly. Fantastic. And now concrete is being stored over here. So we can move all that concrete from here into here. And that's it. That's all our materials, including new concrete, which we didn't have before. So our new shopping hub is looking fantastic. We just need to give it that final touch of that little one thing that comes out over here. That way we can see what material is in every single bit. Make it easier for us to find stuff. And I find like double stacking the storage containers, not a great idea, not only for belting stuff into them, but if we're going to use industrial storage containers one day, then we need the space above it. And we can't see the item in the actual storage container when it's like not at eye level. So we should definitely do something like what we're doing now. And this thing has plenty of room to expand, which is the best part. Because let's be real, we're still only like 25% of the way into the game, right? There's still probably another 20 materials we haven't even seen that we're probably going to need to store. So having all this space in the middle is a great idea. I know it's a bit of a walk to get certain materials from our hub, but still, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind that at all. All right, let's see what we need to do next. So I went to my old base, I deconstructed all of our special buildings, so we're gonna rebuild it over here somewhere. Doesn't really matter where we build it for now, because I still don't know where everything's gonna go. So let's just put it in a line along here, I suppose. We can just do another set of foundations out this way. I mean, given our shopping mall is on this side, it kind of makes sense to just do our foundation, our hub, like sort of centered along this factory area. So like around here somewhere. Doesn't really need to be perfectly centered. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it either yet. Let's put it down. We've got our hub. Might just do everything like in a line. That way we can just walk across and do all our activities. Then our MAM, our equipment workshop. Maybe on this side we can do the awesome sink. Do our shop first. Then we'll do our sink right here. Get ourselves a big industrial storage to go into the sink. And by using Mark III belts, hopefully our sink works a lot faster now. I can chuck a lot of the stuff I have in my bags in there, like the smart plating. It's been running around my old base and my new base doing random bug fixing and things like that. So if you're wondering why I have random items in my bag, that's probably why. We need power for something. I like to put a power pole like here, just because it makes it easier to sort of check where the my power usage and stuff like that. Drop it on a line so it's easier to align later. Pick it out here for now and just connect it to anything. This power pole doesn't need to exist. Do a little bit of cleanup. It's gonna be a lot of cleanup this episode. Just see where I can hook that into. All right, got the power into the awesome sink. We get power. We can check how we're doing for power with all our new factories in. Our max consumption is actually higher than our capacity, which is a little bit concerning. So that means the only reason we have power at all right now is because, yeah, we don't even, it's because we're not producing everything at maximum. Everything's backed up. Well, the things for the space elevator are backed up at the moment. That makes sense because we don't need to produce all the stuff that's completed. But it does mean once I complete everything. Also, does it count the buildings that are connected into the network that aren't running over there? I'm not sure. But either way, it's not good. If our breaker trips, we do need to go maybe like double up our coal again. But with those buildings in, I just want to check how our things like versatile framework are doing. So we're producing at 2.5 per minute, and this thing is fully backed up. We got two producing at 0.5 per minute. Oh, this one's off. So we got two producing at 0.5 per minute. So that's using up 60 steel beams per minute, which is all our steel beams, right? Sorry, this one's not clocked down. Otherwise we're doing too fast. Yeah, so 32 clocked at 50% is using 60 per minute. So that should get our versatile framework going a bit faster. I fixed some bugs in my factory that was like, we were only producing like half the amount of steel beams and things like that, because just some minor bugs like the belts weren't connected properly. So we're pretty much done with moving our factory over. Everything that we need is sort of over here. We can do obviously a lot of decorative things. There's a lot of other things we need to do, but I think before we start doing new things, it would be wise to sort of go to our old factory and clean it up. We have a massive factory to deconstruct at the moment over here. So we should start doing that. It's going to take forever to deconstruct this thing. I'm not going to subject you guys through that. But now that I have the awesome sink, I can actually just deconstruct it over there. So I'm going to go and do that. And then I will be back to talk about it if there's anything to talk about. In fact, can you build more than one awesome sink? Maybe I should just temporarily move my awesome sink over there so I don't have to keep running back and forth. It says I'm missing concrete. It doesn't say I can't build another one. If I were to build, it seems to let me build a second one. Let's see if the tickets are linked. Were I to power it? Yeah, it's got the same printable coupons. So that means everything is linked. That means I can have multiple awesome sinks, which is great. Awesome. So we're going to go over to our old factory now and we're going to deconstruct everything. And then I will be back. We're still just waiting for our versatile framework to fill up anyway, and that shouldn't take too long because we are producing at 5 per minute or something like that. So yeah, and if there's any issues with power, I'll go double that as well. You guys don't need to go see me do power stuff either. You've seen plenty of episodes about coal. So I'll be back when all of this over here is gone. And yeah, it didn't take too long. I think we went from 300 versatile frames to 500 versatile frames in the time it took me to deconstruct my old factory, but it used to be there and now it is gone. We have left a little bit over there, the truck stop. So let's go over there and take a look. I really just hope I didn't, well, first of all, there's stuff I haven't fully dismantled, which I can see, like this and that. But what I'm more hoping for is that I haven't actually dismantled something in the background that stopped my production. I've been observing my versatile frames going up, and it's going up quite slow. So I was trying to figure out why that might be. And I kind of figured out it's because we've run out of coal. And there's a reason why we've run out of coal, and that is because this is stupid tractor. Not only is this stupid tractor slow, but the reason we've run out of coal is simply because our coal mine is Mark II or miner Mark 1, and our consumption for the coal is Mark 3. So makes sense we've run out of coal. So I'm gonna head over. Should be much faster to get there with my exoskeleton as long as my car doesn't come and run me over. And we're gonna go there and upgrade that miner to a Mark II miner. All right, we're here now. We'll replace this with a Mark II miner. Nothing else needs to change. This belt needs to become Mark III, and I believe that's all that needs to change. Now we should be able to mine at 240 per minute. We need 270 per minute, don't we? Oh crap, that means we need a slug. I wonder if there's a slug nearby I can just create. There's one right there I can see. I only need one slug, right? Oh, there's like a whole cave system here. And death down there I can see. Let's just go down there. I could shoot them. I didn't bring my rebar gun. Fantastic. Alright, there's two big dudes down there. Let's just go kill them. No, they're not big dudes. They're small dudes. But I just don't want anything to knock me off the edge. We've been hard at work. We deserve to go cave exploring. I'm curious what's in this cave. There's more slugs in here. More death in here. This is just Caterium ore. Sure. Nah, this cave system is nothing. Alright. Head back and chuck in power slug into that machine. Get it to 270. Oh wait, the cave does go deeper, doesn't it? Alright. So let's do our work first before we go have fun. We'll leave the infrastructure here. We can come and explore it if we want to. But there's a lot of stuff that we want to do in the meantime. So look at our map. Yeah, we're really south. If we go souther, I think we're going to reveal a whole new section of map. We're still very much in our starting area, I think. Alright. Let me get a equipment maker. Now, is this done in a... Which building is this done in? Crafting bench, I think? I think one power shard should be enough. Our target is 270. We only need to overclock it to a little bit. And that should now be enough for our truck to keep up with our other things. So hopefully we can produce steel non-stop and we can get these versatile frames done a little quicker. I can show you what I need to do next. I was going to show you when I get back to base. But we noticed that our max consumption is a little bit above our production at the moment, and that's never comfortable because if everything starts whirring on, which it's not going to do because smart plating and automated wiring is capped out at the moment. But if it were to start, or like my entire factory were to whir up at the same time, we'd trip the breaker. I don't like that. Plus, the other thing I'm thinking of is once we've completed Mark II, we're going to unlock tier 5 or whatever we're up to. And I'm sure whatever's in tier 5 is going to require more power. So we don't want to be under our power capacity. So we can look at doubling or like 1.5 timesing our power by going over there, making another miner for the coal. We did uncork the other coal. So we'll head over to our coal power plant. Then we'll set up a new miner and then we will extend our power plant. And yes, I know one level of my factory over there is slightly offset for some reason. I do need to go fix that at some point. I'm going to bring all the stuff that I need to make. So for our to-do list, we need 8 water extractors because we need 8 power plants. So 4 water fluid extractors for now. We'll bring enough for 8 just in case we want to fully double our thing. We need a miner Mark II and then we need 8 or 16 of these. We'll bring the materials for everything. And then if we do want to double, we can double. Still struggling to remember where any of my stuff is. That's everything we need for our to-do list, but we're going to need a lot of belts and stuff, so I might as well bring some pipes and all the other things I might need, especially some copper pipes. I'll bring some steel as well. Bring all our steel in case we need it all. And see how our steel production is like really terrible at the moment. Bring some concrete just in case we need to build stuff, and we'll head over. And we will go and double our power usage. I mean, our power generation. Double our power usage. Yes, we will very soon double our power usage as well, I'm sure. Now that I've moved my base, my coal power plant feels so close. That, and I don't know if it's because of the exoskeletons or what, but yeah, it feels very close. Should we set this up properly now that we're here and we've got time to kill? That's the question. Maybe we should. This has got to be a little bit careful when we do this. Did I bring enough anything to set this up properly? We'll use this as the main path, because that path down there is clipping into the ground. Now this is clipping into the ground too. Oh man. The height required in this game is like ridiculous. Let's go up 2 levels or 1 level. 2 levels seems a bit excessive. Oh, yeah, 2 levels. You never think you have enough space or height, but in the end, you always need a lot more than you think. Anyway, I'm going to set all this up and I'll come talk about it when I'm done. So the way I've done it is this was our old one, and I've just built the new one on foundation, and I moved everything over so that the power is continuous and it doesn't cut out while I make this change. And I've run the belt all via foundation all the way through to here, and then it's kind of going down. Now I need to do the same thing with the second belt, because while this is the first belt, we've got to decide where we're going to actually put the second station. I can do power slugs and double it up, but I have a sneaking suspicion that we don't have enough room to fully double up. So let me see how much room we have to actually build more coal power at the end of here. We did build everything to be extensible, but we're running out of actual room, so yeah. So hopefully if I can fit 4, the way my modular design over here works, if I'm able to fit 4, then we should be sweet. But here's the cliff edge, and I gotta fit water thingies, like 2 water thingies here, which seems to be okay. I think I can just barely fit 4, but let's try it. Alright, so I just finished adding 8 more power plants to our coal plant section. It was all reasonably easy to do, and it's reasonably easy to troubleshoot. Now I just gotta figure out why this thing isn't getting any water. Oh wait, it was just taking time. Alright, everything's green now. So I'll run you through some of the changes that I made to the power plant, just testing some new stuff. So first of all, I was testing these glass foundations. I thought they looked pretty cool, so I wanted to try them out, and they are pretty cool. When there's something interesting to see below, I think I'll use glass foundation. I don't know why this like really dark black stuff is really prominent. I don't know if that's a bug or whatnot, but yeah, I like this glass foundation. So we're bringing in another Mark III belt, although we haven't doubled up the coal production, so it's only 120, but 120 is enough to support 8 coal power plants, so that's what we've added to the system. So now we have a total of, I think, 3 sets of 8, so 24 coal power plants. We're running 2 belts, so we've got the original Mark III belt where we've used power slugs to double up one of the normal coal extractors. So both belts are coming via foundation now, and it's all aligned and nice. And one's going down to power the system, and the other belt is just traveling along the top, and it's going to power the backfall. One day we could probably, with like Mark IV belts, replace both of these belts with a single belt. The decoration and stuff, I've just done what railings I can to make it look a little bit better. I think it looks fine. Now over here, this is where our coal mines are. There's 2 here, so we've got both of them extracting, and they're both sitting on foundations and looking all pretty. Don't need this section, or this section for this matter. And I know we have another 2 coal over there, so which we can extract both of those coals over that side to then, if we need to extend more coal power for whatever reason, we can do another new coal power plant following the same design pattern on the other side. So there's plenty of room to increase power again, but I hope we don't need to. If we look at the actual power usage, we're reasonably stably producing 1800 megawatts. I know there's like a couple of dips and whatever, and we're currently consuming, max consumption is 1400. We're nowhere near max consumption, so I'm okay with that right now. Hopefully that'll get us enough to do whatever we need to do for the next tier. Our objective for phase 2 is still at 710 out of 1000. So there's still not much we can do right now besides just wait around. So I might just go and do the quartz next. Another thing that's been annoying me is all these dismantle crates, and it's really hard to hunt them down. So I'm going to try and track down some of my dismantle crates. I have no idea where they might be. So I can see like there's this one here somewhere, but it doesn't tell me where exactly. If I follow it, now that disappeared. Does that mean it's gone behind me? Or is it below me? Where are you, dismantle crate? Ah, I see one. There's one here. Oh man, these are going to be so annoying to track down. There we go. Found one. It's like on my belts. Annoying. There's one more over this side somewhere. Screwing with all my markers, that's why. All I see everywhere when I try to look for something is dismantle crate markers everywhere. But it sucks it doesn't give you like a distance to them, so I can actually see, you know, where they are. I think this one's like at the bottom of the ocean, isn't it? Oh no, this... How do you swim down? I need to figure out how to swim downwards. Because I've seen a dismantle crate down here. And I can't swim down to get it. Annoying. Oh, this is going to be a hilarious adventure. I'm going to try to swim down to get that. I just quickly Googled. There's no like way to swim down. So we need to do like a ladder or something. I can build ladders downwards. Let's see how close that gets me. Yeah, I can use the ladder to get down. I just need to position. Oh, no, it's fine. So I use the ladder to get to the correct vertical spot in the water, and then I can swim at that level, but then the water just naturally pushes you upwards all the time. Man, for a 1.0 game, it has a lot of like weird incongruences. Like the fact you can't mirror things is really crazy to me. And the fact you can't swim down, like what? They seem to be such like obvious features that anyone would need, and they just don't exist in the game. And it's a 1.0 game, which is really weird. But anyway, I got those dismantle crates. So, oh man, there's still another one over here, and there's still another one over here. All right, I gotta hunt these down. All right, I've hunted down all the dismantle crates. Some were in like really tricky places, and this is why you guys got to make sure you're very, very like inventory cleared when you're dismantling, because it's super annoying to deal with dismantle crates. They come up on your HUD, and yeah, they just get in the way. So if you guys recall what we did here, our concrete is being built here, and we built a couple of extra constructors over here, and that was for the quartz, and we need quartz to build glass to make our factory look nice and make windows and things like that. I want to get the quartz in, and if you guys recall, our quartz is very far away, therefore we are not going to be belting it over. We will definitely be transporting it via some sort of logistics transport vehicle. We can either wait until we get the next tier, which is very soon, or we can go and get this quartz. Now it's over there northwest. So if we build our road out and around, we can both explore that way and get to the quartz. I feel like we can get around this way. I don't know if this rock is in the way. It kind of looks like this giant rock is in the way, but we can figure out the road. I wonder how you can turn things slightly. Let me check the shop. Is there like bent foundations that we can get? Like turny foundations? That would be handy. There's these. We can do a smooth turn with these. Outer corner extension, quarter pipe extension packs. I think these are the ones we want to like do smooth turns instead of just like jagged turns. It looks like all the turns are still 90 degrees though. And we can give it a go. No harm. Try new things. We're gonna have to buy all this stuff one day anyway. It's just I don't have that many tickets. Let's see how many tickets I got for dismantling everything in all my factories. I got another 15. I haven't set up the infrastructure to burn all the excess smart plating and stuff like that, so there's that as well. So we can definitely get more tickets. I'm just not in like a super rush to get tickets. But we can definitely get ourselves this thing and give it a go. Comes with a factory cart too.
Foundations, probably a bit lower.
Alright, so we're gonna road our way over to the quartz. It's going to be very far that direction, and we're going to use our road in future as like a guideline for our factory. So we're going to just road up to this rock, turn this way, and then start going up that way. I think I'm going to edit my road blueprint to have these sides as well, because we don't want it just to be a road, right? We definitely want side stuff, because we're going to need to run things like power and whatnot on the side of the road. And I'm thinking also another cool thing we can do is we can run the hypertube underneath the road, and that way we can hypertube to places wherever our road goes as well. But to do all that, I need to go and edit my blueprint, and we should probably move our blueprint box now as well to somewhere that makes a lot more sense, so I don't have to go down here to edit my blueprint every time. Well, since my road's already set up here, I might as well set it up properly. Yeah, I think our road will always have some sort of side, right? I think that makes sense. We can clear our blueprint designer, and I think we finally have enough storage space to take everything from our blueprint box, and now we can get rid of it. Yeah, our world is looking really clean now with everything out of the way. Oh, there's still some like random residual crap everywhere. So I just moved my blueprint box over here for now, near our actual main base, so we don't have to go over there anymore. I've also got my new road blueprint with the siding. So let's go and extend our road. I think we need to like immediately turn right now. I haven't done a corner for the road yet, so I might just have to manually build this section. Oh man, it's so finicky getting it to snap to the end of there. I can see there's like 1 pixel where it will do it. Once you get the first one on, it becomes a little bit easier. Wait, is this not lined up? Oh no, my blueprint's wrong. It's clipping. We go edit it and fix that up. But this is fine, I think. We can just do turns like this. We don't need to be fancy with like smooth curved turns. Unless I can figure out a way to do smooth curved turns. I'm not that creative. I'm still an engineer at the end of the day. Aesthetics is definitely not my strong suit. I think I have enough thing to be able to build a line though. Surely I can figure out how to make a line. Not a corner dotted line. It would still be a side dotted line, right? Side over here and then side over here. Like that, and like that. Oh, this is like, you need to do a corner, okay? I need like side corner dotted line. Like a little puzzle. All right, there we go. Now it kind of turns. Is this how roads look like in real life when they turn? Kind of looks weird. Something doesn't look quite right, but it's fine. I think it's functional. It's okay. And then we need to turn it again almost immediately. And then we should be able to use our blueprint over here. Is this a good place for a turn? Looks pretty clear to me. We can just go all the way over that way. And there's like a 4 tile space over here, which is a little bit awkward. Could make like a small factory here for ad hoc things, I guess. All right, let me get my road patterns in. It's important. I don't know why it's important. I feel like you lose out a lot on this game if you only ever focus on progressing and just like don't bother with any of these aesthetics. Because we don't need to make a road. We could just make a platform that's completely functional, right? A road is actually completely unnecessary, but it's fun. I like it. I like the look of it. Not only do I like the look of it, I like the fact that my tractor running on this road will not fall off and hopefully come back safely. Now, the other thing is, where are we actually going to do the truck unload? Let's have a look at, let's try that out. If we get a truck station, say over here somewhere next to our road, then it can sort of interact with our road really well, right? I think so. If we do something like this, for instance, put the hologram down to make sure it's lined up with something. Like we can do a truck station right on the side of the road like this, and then boom, we've got truck stuff, right? And underneath here, we can use this subfloor as, yeah, we can use the subfloor to get things in, right? Because this stuff is all gonna come from the subfloor. So the material, the quartz that we bring in can go into the subfloor this way to feed these machines. And that's like perfect. Fantastic. I'm going to edit the blueprint and we're going to get our road all the way to our quartz while we're waiting for this versatile framework. All right, I finished updating my road blueprint so nothing is clipping anymore. Let's see if we can use that to get to our quartz now. I actually don't feel like I want to turn my road here. I've changed my mind. I want to do one more section before I turn. And now my road blueprint piles perfectly, I think. Yeah, that's fantastic. The reason for that is because I can see up ahead, there's going to be, like here is kind of like a section of my factory, right? In fact, let's just link this over. Because if my section's going to be in bits of 16 or 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be a section. So this should be a section. And then this is the start of like a new section, right? Just in case, like, what if I want another road like here, for example? And if that were the case, then I would do something like this. And everything will be a lot better aligned, I guess. And it's still not clipping against this rock, so I'm totally cool with this. We'll just manually build this section. And then we will blueprint going forward this way. And we'll paint the road lines in as well. I'll have to do it manually. A bit annoying, but whatever. That looks nice. And now we can... Now it should be easy. Now we can just do our blueprint thing. So I've marked on my map where I want to go. That's where the quartz is. So we basically... It's a straight shot now. Hopefully it doesn't clip against this rock. But it's basically a straight shot across here. And then hopefully a straight shot across here. I still haven't decided how my roads go downward, I guess. But we'll figure that out as well. let's just go. There's only one way to find out. If everything is terrible, at least we can very easily deconstruct all this crap with our blueprint deconstruction. I think that's clipping with 2 things. There we go. Alright, now we should be able to just use our blueprints very easily and cover a lot of distance very quickly until we basically run out of materials. And that's like right now. So I'm going to go get a lot of concrete and a lot of plate, and then we'll come back and do this. And the other thing is, by doing this, we're creating the infrastructure to go all over the world, to explore as well in a way. And we can follow this infrastructure later to do things like trains. Like I can attach a train rail, I assume, underneath the road or above the road somehow. Like I know normally in roads you don't have anything in the middle, but I can always put a pillar in the middle of my road and attach a train above it if I need to in the future. Or I can add the hyperloop underneath the road so that we can travel instantly to these places, right? A lot of cool things that we can do. But for now, we're just going to go. We're going to go explore the world by building this road that's really high up in the middle of nowhere. And get to our quartz first and bring that quartz back. I'm at whatever is marked on my map as something, but I think it's underneath me, not above me. So there's actually no obstacle. To get to the quartz, I need to keep going and then I need to turn somewhere, and I'm not sure where that somewhere is. I think the quartz is up there, so our road might need to go upwards, which, well, if it does need to do that, we'll figure out how to do that. Wow, I'm out of concrete already. I might need to build a tractor because it's taking ages to get back and forth now from this road. But the great thing is I can build a tractor. It's not a problem at all, right? Now we can drive this thing. Or if I load it with fuel, we can drive this thing. And it's much safer to drive on this 2x2 road with another, you know, side edge than what it was before to drive. So I'm not scared I'm going to fall off this road. It feels more comfortable. I know the autopilot is able to just snap back to the markers and stuff, but I still just, somehow it just makes me feel it's a lot more reliable to do things this way. Now I can do, oh no, the turn is still terrible. Oh no, I've made a mess. This road barrier doesn't help. Alright, so you still can't turn at maximum speed. Yeah, cool. And then we can load and unload here, whatnot. Let's bring a lot of concrete. Maybe we should just bring like all the concrete and we can use our tractor as like storage. That seems like something a smart person might do, right? We can bring all the concrete and all of the iron plates. And we would never have been able to do this project, by the way, if we hadn't made our new concrete factory. This would have been impossible because our old concrete factory could not produce this much concrete. Might as well just fill my bags with iron plates and stuff so we don't have to come back as often. Because we have a big road to build. Somehow this 1 kilometer away feels a lot further than the coal 1 kilometer away. But off we go. Alright, we'll leave our tractor here knowing it has a storage full of coal and concrete, and we'll continue with our big road project. Let's check my map to see if I'm far enough. Not really. How about now? Now looks okay to turn. And I think my quartz is up there because I remember the ladder to get to the quartz. So we might turn it here. Let me just ping the quartz one more time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's here where my ladder was. So I'm going to go up here now. So we can continue the road this way as well, but we can just make our turn here. There's no reason we need to stop the road, right? It can keep going this way. Although it looks like it's about to head into nothingness. Where am I on the map? Like, I assume there's more map that way, so we'd want to maybe go up and over or something, or down and under this rock. Probably up and over is the clever bet. So we'll leave this here and we will start building a road that's going upwards. Now, someone mentioned don't use 4-meter foundation, use 2-meter foundation. So I'm going to go build a new blueprint for a inclined upward road section. So my viewers suggested that I use 2-meter inclines to do it. So we'll set up some 2-meter ramps all the way on the edge. So 4 of them. So we'll set up the asphalt part. Make sure nothing is clipping. Now, how do road barriers work on an incline? They don't work on an incline. What? Do they have inclined road barriers? We can do railings for the incline. That's kind of silly. Why can't the road barriers incline like this? Now I'm going to have some railings and some roads. That's fine. I'm sure there might be something later on we can use that's better. But for now we'll use railings because the road barrier doesn't incline. It'll look crazy. Now we just need to paint the thing in. Let's see how the dotted line works. Yep, the dotted line still works, which is fantastic. But there's our slope up and slope down. Road incline 4x2. We'll use a ramp icon to denote this. Might need to start creating subfolders soon because this is getting a little bit messy. Now we could fill in this as well if we wanted to be super clean, but we'll just leave it for now. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the underneath of my factory because I've only ever been looking at my factory from above and it looks fine. But if we go down to the world, I'm sure everything's just going to be hanging in midair at the moment. But one day I promise I will go get some pillars and fill in all of these sections so everything looks like it's actually supported by something on the ground rather than just dangling all in midair. It's going to be a massive job to try to like pillar from down there all the way. Oh crap, I gotta stop talking and driving. Yeah, it's gonna be a massive job trying to pillar all this, but whatever. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Alternatively, we can just fill in the whole world with foundation and just cover it all. And there will be no more world underneath this. This is the floor of the world. We're creating our own world out of concrete and asphalt. Can't tell where the center line is. Gotta match the center line. Is that centered? Why does it look weird? I have to put it down to have a look. Does that look right to you guys? This and this is not aligned? What is going on? Alright, I screwed up my blueprint again. Let me go fix it. How can it possibly be misaligned? I don't understand. This part is misaligned. What? How did it fit 4 things in if it's misaligned then? That's so weird. Now it's perfectly aligned. Let's look at the edge. Yeah. Now it's looking good. Alright, we'll save that and hopefully that is good now. Now the other question is, can I even make this clearance with a 2-meter ramp? I don't know if I should test it before putting down all the blueprints or just YOLO it. Imagine if I just like ramp up and it's all fine until bloody it, until it, oh god, how do I snap this blueprint? I think that's it. Now it's flush. It's not flush. This is so annoying. That's flush. Now I just need to align it with some nudging. There we go. Now that's flush. I think. Yeah, that's flush now. Perfect. See, that tiles nicely. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. Yeah, what if I just like run... How can I tell if I'm going to run straight into this rock or not? In which case then... I mean, we can always solve it with 4-meter foundations. Let's just do it. If I have to redo it, I'll just redo it and then cut out all the footage. Oh, if I do blueprint mode, it doesn't like it for the inclines. So it's going to be really annoying to build this every time. But sure. It's trying to like, where is this aligning itself to? I'm trying to figure out how I can build this damn blueprint easily. It's trying to like snap it to the bottom of the blueprint instead of the top. It doesn't align very nicely. It doesn't know to snap it to this part. Oh, that's super annoying. Do I have to like manually, is it just quicker if I just manually build this road? I mean, if it's going to be a pain in the butt, then I might as well just manually build the inclines. Let's just build one incline to see if we can even get to the top. Because I'm not even confident we have the steepness to get where we want to go right now. Yeah, we're going to run straight into this rock. Well, since I'm here, I might as well just double check what is actually up there. So what we can do is we can just 4-meter certain sections of it and mostly make it a 2-meter thing. It'll change the incline of stuff, but whatever. I reckon we can go up like about here. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments section. Am I doing stuff wrong with the blueprints? Because I really do find a lot of these blueprints very finicky to use, rather than just very simple and straightforward. Anyway, there's our quartz. So we've definitely got it in the right spot. So this will work. I mean, there's 2 different levels of incline, but it is what it is. It's going to be so annoying to paint the road here though. That's fine. Still better than trying to like fiddle with the blueprint. And here we are. We've made it to our quartz area, which is just down there. Just need to do the rest of the ramps. Yeah, so I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments whether I'm just doing something dumb with my blueprinting or whether the blueprinting is indeed this finicky. All right, and there it is, the last railing. And now we've got just to do the center line, if I can even be bothered doing the center line. because there's no zoop mode for doing this, right? I have to literally do it one tile at a time. Oh, I can kind of paint it like this. It's not too bad. We just have to walk the line and paint it as we go. Not too bad to build a road. I don't mind it. But yeah, that's it. We got a road now, I think. Let's double check the truck is able to drive up there. Well, I've seen it drive up 4-meter foundation, so I have no doubt. But let's get the truck up there anyway. At last, we've got our ramp upwards. Fantastic. All right, now we can just build our road to the quartz. That we can use blueprints for because we're back on flat road. Although, I don't know how that's going to tile with this first bit. Yeah, it does not like tiling up against this stuff. So annoying. I just have to build one section manually. And then I should be able to tile to this thing. Done. Now we just got to get the center line in. Fantastic. Now we can go. Then we can bring the raw quartz from here up here into a truck stop and we're good to go. It doesn't seem like we're affected by this poison stuff, but even if we were, we can just destroy it. Holy crap, look at all these skittering things over here. There's so many of them. Oh, we'll just ignore them for now. And cool, there's our thing. So let's go down and build some world foundation on this thing. And we're going to figure out which direction the mine should face. Probably... Oh crap, this thing respawned. Thing hurts a lot. I might just heal myself because yeah, danger here. Can just face it this way. That's kind of fine. And we can just get a thing up. We'll get a ramp down. Alright, now we need to look at getting power to this area. But we can set up the truck stop and stuff while we're here. So I'm thinking we build out this section a little bit with 4 tiles. Then we can build our truck stop. That's perfect. We actually don't need an extra series of stuff here, so let's just get rid of it. The truck stop actually fits perfectly just on the edge over here. Just like that. It actually fits perfectly flush against like one tile. And then we can get the inputs in. Except there's a rock in the way, which is a little bit annoying. We'll just get a elevator going this way. How much is this mine at? 240. So we need Mark 3 belt for this. We'll get it going up to the right height first, and then we'll just bring it in via belt. Nice little mid-air belt. So that's the output, input, and then if there's fuel that needs to go in there, that's where it would go. But we don't need this part to be a refueling station because we'll get the other truck stop to be the refueling station. All right, cool. So we just need to get power over here. So I reckon we can do the power infrastructure like this. We just add an extension out here. And then we can get a power tower going like this. Ow, death. Just trying to figure out a pattern for the power tower, like where to put it on the foundation. A creature is in the way. Oh my god. Now I need my rebar gun. Alright, I've angered all of them. They're all linked. Let's go fight them on this side. Here they come. No, they don't like my road. I don't want to dismantle my road to kill them. Oh, crap. The big one's here. Alright, let's just heal up first. The big one is coming to kill me. And it can release toxic smoke cloud. Holy moly. What is that thing? It just killed me in one hit. What? That thing is crazy. How am I meant to kill that thing? Alright, we're gonna go try kill it. Bringing my rebar gun. Why do I have another Novelist detonator? I don't need a second one. So I'm bringing my rebar gun this time, and maybe we can throw Nobelisks at it. I got 20 out of a Christmas thing. Oh, I so wish I caught this on camera. But there was this totally not suspicious Christmas package, and I picked it up and it blew up. But it gave me 20 Nobelisks, so that's good. I think our best bet is to try to blow this thing up. Now, someone told me if I just hold left click, I can throw this thing. Probably need to start on full health. I've got 20 of these Nobelisk things, so maybe I can throw it at him. I don't bother picking this stuff up yet. Where is this big guy? Also, can I just ignore the big guy and just build what I wanted to build and not waste my time? Is the other question. Yeah, I think I can. I think it's wise to just ignore this thing. Oh, it's over there. I can see it. I think it's angry at me. Is it coming? Yeah, we'll just build this power platform real quick and then let's just get out of here before this this crazy radioactive green spider comes and kills me. A little bit awkward that it's not completely aligned, but it'll have to do. Ah, this wire is too long. Damn. I'm gonna have to build one like in the middle here somewhere. That's a bit awkward. How am I gonna do that? Figure out a design pattern for that. Do the midway point. Won't do anything super complicated. We'll just do something like this. It will just be hanging off the edge in midair, but whatever. Let's see if that is okay. Okay, that seems to be okay. Then that seems to be okay. Let's count roughly how many foundations this power line can go for. All right, that's about it. It actually goes quite far. I'm not counting the foundations, but we'll build it like here. And we'll drag it back to base. Do one on the corner here. Now we can go straight or we can turn it in here now and take it over our base, and that'll be a good way to connect through our base, I guess. Let's give that a go. Or should we just do it from the back? I don't know. Let's see if I can get one all the way to the other side, and then that way I have, yeah, that way the main power infrastructure can come through the actual base where it should go. I'd like it over here if possible. Give that a go. See if I can connect this one to the other one and it's not too far. Yeah, seems to like that. And now we can connect this one into the actual main power line, which is coming from this side somewhere. Either that one, but that's going to go through my factory, or what makes more sense is probably connecting it to whichever one's over here. There we go. And now we've got main power all the way over to our quartz mine without having to run a billion power things. Fantastic. Now, while I'm at base, we just noticed that our phase 2 is complete at last. So we can actually go and activate that in our space elevator. Still haven't done the stairwells for the new base, but we'll figure that out at some point. At the moment, I just have to platform my way up there through all these conveyor lifts. But a shame I did this road and truck stop, and now we immediately get some new form of transportation. All right, let's see. Let's load the cargo, seal.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fixit's faith in you will be strengthened.
Thank you, Ada. I'm not entirely incompetent, but yeah, jetpack, rails, all that fun stuff is coming. The road we built isn't entirely useless. Descending the package. Let's watch the animation. Yeah, the rail part I built, the road I built isn't entirely useless because we can build the rail system above the road, right? And off it goes. Oh wow, that's so cool. It cleared the clouds.
Phase 2 of Project Assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job. Time will tell. You will now enter Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity. For Fixit.
Very cool, very cool. Let's see what is in Phase 3. It needs more versatile framework, so great that I've completed that off, so that will just load over time. We need to build these modular engines and adaptive control units, which I assume either need new production buildings or materials we don't have yet. Either way, that's all fine. Let me just check some of my belts, because why is nothing producing? You're working your hardest. Fantastic. Where's all my smart plating? It's weird. I think my smart plating's belting isn't done correctly, because it's definitely not going up. There's smart plating there, and it's not going into this conveyor lift. There we go. Not that we need smart plating up there, but it's fine. All right, cool. So I'm assuming smart plating and the automated wire are probably going to be used for these things. Shall we just check the recipe real quick? We can't even build the next phases thing in an assembler. So I assume tier 5 and tier 6 is going to give us some new buildings to build things in. Let's have a look. We've got the jetpack immediately. We need the motor. There we go. When we've already set up all the stuff for the motor, so that's definitely going to be the first thing that I go for, the jetpack. Everything else is fine. 1,000 cable, 1,000 steel plate, not a problem. Oil processing, another thing that we need to start doing. And we're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. Oil extractor, refinery. We're going to be able to scan for this stuff. Again, we need the motor. So good that we've set up our assemblers to create motors. So we'll set that up next episode. Everything else we recognize. Mark 4 logistics. There you go. Thank God we set our factory up modularly, but we're not going to be able to do that until we get this new material, which is rubber. No idea how to do that yet. And we get the truck, which I guess is better than a tractor. Then we got fluid packaging. That sounds useful, sure. And then petroleum power. There we go. We've got a new source of ore. Well, we can already scan for Caterium ore, right? But yeah, we've got a new source of power as well in tier 5, which is fantastic because we don't want to keep extending our coal power. And then let's have a look at tier 6 real quick. I'm sure we can't do anything in tier 6. Yeah, it's starting to use the new materials from tier 5. So we need motors. We're going to need a lot of motors. Fantastic. We've got monorail train tech, whatever that is. Is that different to normal train tech? Is it faster or something? Or wait, we don't have train tech here. So train tech is a tier 6 technology. So yeah, well, we need this as well. And we can get this like pretty quickly because all it needs is motor. I don't know, maybe we need new materials to build some of this stuff, but we won't know. Rail signaling, pipeline engineering. There we get our Mark II pipes. Great, we need that as well. Some crazy modular frames going on. And then we've got blueprint designer Mark II. Fantastic. I assume this is bigger. Yeah, it's 5x5 now. Not that that helped a lot. But yes, plenty of things to look forward to. I think we'll leave it here this episode. Next episode, we will go get our quartz. I think we still need to use tractors because we're nowhere near getting train tech. So we'll set up our tractor to get our quartz, get silica going, and then we will get our jetpack and get our motors going and start playing with all the new tech. But we'll leave it here this episode. And if you've enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and sub, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.